world is crowded, it's true. Only champions stand out. Will it be you? Tools, systems, knowledge in your hand. Become a champion of your real estate brand. The journey starts here. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? The journey starts here. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
It's impactful. It's going to be informative, and just go. Let's rock and roll. All right. So thank you all for stepping out today. First off, I want to bring Amanda Hurd. She is, for those that don't know her, first off, an amazing person. You've got to get to know her. She is a true leader, caregiver, a go-giver, if I could say it that way. She's been in real estate. I won't say how many years because she's only 21 years old. And she is a rock star at everything she does in this business. She does coaching. She does, you name it. She'll go on forever, but it is awesome. Amanda, I want you to come in and we're going to talk some production. You're going to give us some cues, some things that we can be working on right now to enhance our business. So I want to give you the stage, take it over and have some fun, my friend.
Awesome. Well, hello, everybody. Happy Friday, right? Although if you're in this business, it doesn't always mean what it means to everybody else. So it just means, okay, game is on for the weekend. Great to see a lot of you. I see familiar faces, maybe a few new ones, but yeah, let's talk production. Clearly it's January. I'm hoping, maybe I'll assume for today that you all have done a business plan of some sort, right? Whether it's just determining what your goals are or what you want to add into your business, right? Habits are a big piece of that. So I'm going to go into habits a little bit, but I want to start with relationships. So there's a million things I could talk about today. As I always go into production, it can sound the same sometimes. So I want to talk about relationships and just kind of shift. If you're getting ready for your week, whether it's Sunday night in your PM routine or it's Monday early morning, I want you to think about the week about relationships and just take today, for example, it's Friday. Look backward in this week, reflect for me real quick. And if you have pen and paper and you can, write it down. What are the new relationships that you created this week? And if there weren't any, look at the opportunities missed, right? So think about that. So we're going to focus on production, but be very relationship oriented. So what opportunities did you miss or what new relationships did you create? Number 2, write down what relationship did you rekindle maybe? Did you call your past clients? Are you engaged with them? Do you have a plan for your past clients? Do you have a touch plan in place for your database? These are all things that sound simple, but are you doing them? Right? Are you in execution? Are you in action over those? And then we'll just stop at number 3. There's more, but we'll stop at number 3. And that is, who do you need to be in relationship with? Think back this week and think forward in this case. Who is somebody that you need to be in relationship with? And not that it's maybe a direct buyer or seller, however we hope that it is. But maybe it is a vendor. Maybe it is a contractor. Maybe it is somebody that can help you grow your business and you can help them grow their business. Does that make sense? So if we stay in relationship mode, this business can be a lot of fun. Sometimes when we think, I got to call prospect, I got to prospect, I got to call leads. That sounds very sterile. Would you agree? Not that exciting. It is a function and it is something that we have to do. Well, let's just create a little energy around that in 2026 and go relationship based. So I created in my business planning for my clients this year a relationship plan on a weekly basis. I can share that. I'll get that to Jason and share that with you guys. But basically, as you go through, it's past clients, current clients, sphere of influence. Who are your advocates? Who are the clients that are already in love with you? And are you loving on them continually? Then also in your prospecting, clearly we're all prospecting at least an hour a day, right? I'm making that assumption today that at least an hour, okay? In that, prioritize, right? You're going to clearly hit your hot leads. You're going to go through those, anybody that's in your database actively at that time. And then it goes into clients, past clients, etc. And always asking for business. I love to do business by referrals or anybody you can think of now that might be looking to buy or sell. You just got to get really comfortable in saying that. There's a great book called Exactly What to Say. There's a real estate version too. But if you haven't heard of that, you need to grab it. And it will help you with your mindset on how to open up if you're one of those that kind of holds back and never really asks for business. We have to ask for business to get it right. We are business owners, not entrepreneurs. We want to get you out of that entrepreneur mindset into business owner mindset and in relationship mode. Make sense? And then with people, I asked you, who do you need to be in a relationship? So business owners, like I said, community collaborators, industry professionals. Who's a mentor that you can connect with? Somebody that maybe you see them doing business a certain way that you want to connect with. These are fundamentals. Who knows ninja selling? Who's familiar with ninja selling? If you don't know that, I will drop books all day long, but books that will get you to execution. I'm not a big fan of books in theory, but ninja selling for real estate it's the golden rule. It's really how you should build a relationship business. And that's what will keep you long term. So just a little tip there. I can get you the weekly relationship plan. I'll get that your way. Okay, let's move to trends. So agents in the next 12 months, type in the chat. What do you think is going to be a behavior of a successful agent in the next 12 months? Or what should they be aware of? Give me some thoughts. And I know you know them. Your brain's probably not functioning right now. There we go. We love consistency, right? That's perfect. Do the work, execution, consistency, right? And foster relationships. I love it. See, we've been talking about this. So let me ask you this too. Do you think this quantity of touches is better or consistency and quality with your database? So think about that too. How many of you, like big prospector, our team, 3 hours, we did that for decades and it literally worked. We got a lot of business and we're very successful, but that's not for everybody, right? We want you to do business your way and customize it. However, you do have to get to execution. And that's the big piece right there. So in those moments, we still need you to be consistent and consistently loving on those clients, thinking about those new relationships. Invite somebody to lunch, right? Once a week. And in my weekly plan, you'll see it. Invite one person to lunch or coffee. We don't want you to spend tons of money. But there are certain triggers you can do on a weekly and monthly basis that keep your sense of urgency now, right? 12-week year, another book I love. That's kind of how our team rolls, 12-week year. So that keeps a sense of urgency when you're connecting on a weekly to monthly basis instead of, oh, I need this many leads or I need this many closings this year. Break it down so that it's in your face on a weekly basis and you'll see that. But let's also talk about trends, right? So we've talked about relationships, execution, consistency as well. Trust the process and focus on daily actions. Exactly. Fall in love with the process too, right? Not only trust it. I love that one. Yes. Fall in love with it for sure. And you guys have heard this before. Success is not sexy, so to say. It's extremely boring, right? It is about staying consistent and doing the same things. But let's talk about 2026 AI. How many of you are using AI? Thank you for sharing that link. Move past like general prompts. Do we feel like on a level of 1 to 10 being a super user at 10 and entry level? If you guys can throw in kind of where you're at, just give me an idea. So clearly I've got a couple different AI platforms, but what I know is that if you are a person who doesn't have a lot of systems in place and you're not leveraged, AI, and I also say virtual assistants because I use virtual assistants quite often. However, I will say AI is a very inexpensive place to start. And basic level is listing descriptions, things like that, right? It improves emails, all that kind of simple stuff. But the key is, because let's just take this conversation. You could go into an AI and you could say, what are the top 5 strategies as a real estate agent in my market specifically? And you can give it more detailed stats that I should be focusing on. Makes sense? It's going to spit that out to you. You can say, I need a daily, weekly schedule. I need a relationship plan for my clients. It's going to spit out something to you, right? So if you are not using this, it is a great assistant you must embrace. You must embrace, because agents that are just jumping into the business, generation could play into it some, but just say, even if you've been in corporate America and you decided to come into real estate, you're going to be bouncing around just wanting to know what's fresh, what can I do, right? In AI, and think of it as automation, right? Just don't, if you're fearful of the AI piece and cloning you and etc., then just think of the automation piece to leverage you so that you can have more time on the dollar producing activities instead of the admin piece. Does that make sense? We want you in dollar producing activities 80% of your day. And now, if you wear who wears all the hats? Who is the everything in your business? Right? So if you're the solo agent who is the marketing professional, you are HR, you are accounting, you are everything, then literally lean in on AI. I use Centra AI. I've got 12 employees in there. I've got a copywriter. I've got a social media manager. They get me all the way to execution and posting if I want them to. And once you prompt it and learn how to prompt it, it can really do a lot to help you run your business and really get you in a creative space so that you're not spending so much time delaying your ideas and execution. Does that make sense? I can send that link to you guys as well. How much time do I have left here? I'm about out of time, aren't I? Gosh, I have so much more. Real quick, just be trend aware, right? Be behavior driven and systems driven. So by behavior driven, I mean stay in action, get into action if you're not, and break it down, chunk it down into weekly relationships and write pen to paper, right? In the weekly plan I have, I would rather you, instead of typing it, if typing works for you, but pen to paper, who do I need to be in relationship with? Who do I need to reconnect with? Who do I need to fall in love with again, right? As a client. And don't forget social media. I'll wrap up with that. Make sure you have all your database linked to not just your social media, but you're liking them. Make sure you're following and liking them. Those are great phone calls and note card touch-ups. I'm out of time.
Nice. Super hot, Amanda. Real fast on the end there with the social media, note cards, connecting with them. What do you advise there? I know you mentioned liking some of their posts. Is that how important is that interaction on social media?
It's huge. I mean, that was
Okay.
one thing I would say. Everything's prior to COVID now, right? We would do this prior to COVID, and a lot of the platforms, if you have them, they'll even verify their social media links, right? But take it to that next level and go and like them. Make sure you're friends with them too, right? You're not always friends with them. So that is, if you can pick one thing we talked about today, go make sure you're friends with your database, whether it's on IG, Facebook, etc. Makes sense. And like and love and engage, and then follow up with a real phone call or a real note card.
Love that. You are awesome. Tons of information from Amanda. She'll be getting some of those links over. We put some of the books in the chat as well. So much great information. I know, Amanda, I know you have a ton more. So we're just going to have to bring you back more often and do this and just keep feeding us all that good energy that you have. So, moving topics, and here's how we're formatting this, you guys. We're going to talk production like we did. Next up, we're going to talk a little bit about agent attraction. Why? Because that's what we have available here within the EXP model. After that, we're also going into a mindset. Where's your head? How can you grow? How can you improve? It's going to be awesome. And then we're going to finish with tools you can take for EXP, because what I get to know from you guys, not everybody understands what this platform brings. And we have so much. So we want to give you nuggets of information and we don't want to overload you. So bit by bit, we're going to help you become the next top level Brent Gove, if you will, through everything too. So moving on. I'm going to talk about the agent attraction piece, you guys. And what do you think if you could bring in one friend into EXP and we can help them produce? EXP is going to pay you $4,000 over the first 12 months for helping that one agent do their work. How cool is that? It comes from the company dollar. Your friend's not paying you. You're not taking it from anybody except Glenn Sanford and EXP. And we're publicly traded, so Glenn's even out of the mix. But we have so much to give. First things first, 80-20 split. And then we have a $16,000 cap. Now, I know we have some international connections here, so it will vary internationally as you go from country to country. We could dive into those details as we need. But what I want to show you, $85 a month is not expensive, you guys. You look at some of these other brokerages, and there's a lot out there that um, people are just charging an arm and a leg, and it's outrageous of what people are sharing. And what we offer, 35 bucks, not a lot of money. It's monthly. Check this out. This is Emily, who's going to be talking here shortly about EXP as well. She showed this to me a while back, and she called it the vending machine, and, and I love it because it is. It's the vending machine because all these are clickable links, you guys. And if you're not familiar with what EXP has, this is one of your biggest key resources. And I'll send you this link. Just shoot me an email, shoot me a text or something. An email probably be better. I could send you the link. Um, but it's awesome because you know as we continue to grow as a brokerage, been 15 years, going on 16 years, 17 years, whatever. I can't even keep up with the numbers anymore. Um, we continue to listen to the agents. We are super agent centric. That's our focus. What does the agent need? We talk about, hey, we need luxury division. We started it. We need a commercial division. We started it. We need land and ranch. We started it. Last year, we just got it moving. We talked international. We're in 28 different countries right now, you guys. How awesome is that for growth? So, we talk about, hey, we need office space. We've got it. We talk about training, 70 hours of live training a week. We've got it. So you look at these things, and we've got 5 different pillars here. And if you look at something that needs to be sturdy, and I always think of these houses down in Florida, and Amanda's down in Florida, she could relate to. And I know when you guys go on vacation, you see some of those houses that are braced for the hurricane. They're on pillars, right? They're super sturdy pillars. Well, that's what these 5 pillars of EXP are. They're super sturdy. Technology, lead gen, training, support, and then the extras. You guys need support. We're here for you as your sponsor, as your mentor, as your senior business partner. We want to help you guys succeed. Even if we're just colleagues across the way, we are business partners. We are business owners together. I see Christina on this call. She's out in Ohio. I met her at EXPCon, and we talk all the time. And we've become good friends, and now we could become even stronger business partners. Why? Because that's what this model allows. I know Christina. I know Aubrey on here as well. Hearts of gold. And that's who we're surrounding ourselves with, right? Because we want you to succeed. So tap in. What do you need? Leads? Let's talk about that. Look at what EXP's given us here, too. From CRM of choice, we've got 3 different CRMs you could choose from these days. We've got REO, relocation, Revenos. We could tap into all these, you guys. Like I said, if you're unaware of some of these are all clickable links. So we want you to become better. We want you to know the product that is EXP. Why? Because we're on our way to 100,000 agents. And then we won't stop until we get to a 250,000 agents. Then we're not going to stop either. We're going to get to 1,000,000 agents. All right, let's go. And that's going to be the key piece. And when we have systems, support, a culture, that's what makes a revenue share model amazing because then we could bring those friends in. Then we could talk to those agents on the other side of the closing table and say, man, what a great transaction. Where are you with your business? Oh man, well, I'm looking for more leads and I'm with Coldwell Banker. All right, well, cool. What kind of leads do you need? Cool. Let's dive into something like this. What if I could provide some lead sources for you? Would you like to take a look at that? Yeah. Why wouldn't they? That's what they need, right? So that's where it's really that easy to open the door. And then from that point, you just lean on your senior business partners, whoever's in your upline, whoever you're comfortable with. If it's me, if it's Amanda, if it's Emily, if it's Josh, whoever's here, lean on them and just give them a call. Hey, Josh, I need your help. I've got an agent that's super excited. He wants more leads, and he's into the military network. And I know you're huge in the military network with the XP. Can you talk to him? Josh is going to say, heck, why? Because he cares. He helps. All we ask is, hey, bring one agent on in 2026. That's all you got to do. And if you're scared or not sure how to do it, that's okay. We're here for you. It's different. But once we help you start building passive income and that starts coming in, and you know what? Then you got your Starbucks money at no thought process because the agent you brought in started making money and now you can buy Starbucks every day of the week, whatever. Maybe it's go out to dinner fun. Maybe it's a movie night. Maybe it's a theme park night. Maybe it's that next car. Maybe it's that next house you want to buy. That's where it starts becoming a game changer. So think of this, guys. What can you do with one agent to help them become better? All right. Um, that's what I have. Let me know as you guys need the value vending machine. I've rephrased it. And that passive income, that revenue share is a big plus here at EXP. Do you have to participate? Heck no, you don't. It's an option. It's here for you if you want it. And all it takes is that one. So go for it. It's worth it. I'll tell you that much. All right. Turning the corner, my friends. I want to get over to Josh. His mindset is amazing. We got to hang out at EXPCon. He's down in Indiana as well. And him and his wife, Bethany, are just killing it in real estate. They really wanted to dig into the military network at EXPCon, and they did. And after that, EXP, the military network, reached out and asked them to be the leaders of the military division here in Indiana, and they've started taking that off and are running with it. Josh is such a great guy with his mindset from his military background to be able to help veterans with their mindset. We know veterans have issues when they come out, PTSD, all that stuff. He walks them through. He goes to their house and helps them out. And he has learned so much about mindset. So, Josh, I want to turn it over to you, brother, because you are going to bring some mindset to these individuals today of how they can improve their everyday life. So, if you can, jump on, man, unmute, and let's rock and roll, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You make me sound really good introducing me like that.
You are. That's
Making
why,
my
bro.
head. Who is the most influential person in your life? What is the loudest voice in your life that influences you to do what you do every day? You can put it in the chat, see who answers it. So, a little bit about me: 21 years in the military, and I retired with several combat deployments under my belt, pretty nasty. But since then, I've been working as a hypnotherapist for veterans to eliminate have in our country, which really excites me about EXP and their support for the military within there. So when you think about the most influential person in your life, it's you. You are in your head 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And what are those things that you're saying to yourself? Are they positive things or are they negative things, right? Where we focus is where our energy goes. And if we focus on things that we don't have in our life, there will be more scarcity that we have. And if we focus on how we don't want to show up, we're going to show up in a way that doesn't leave us very proud of ourselves or empowered. So with your permission today, I'm going to take you through a little exercise that'll help you shift that, and it'll give you the ingredients to showing up as your best self. We're going to call this the emotional recipe. And I teach this to all the veterans I talk to as well. And there's only 3 ingredients involved. And that's your physiology, that's your focus, and that's your language. So your physiology, big wide range, but I want you to narrow it down to your breathing, your heart rate, your posture. Your focus is what is going on the screen of your mind, the pictures, right, that you see that travel across. Is it a movie? Is it a picture? And then the language, the most important part. What are you saying to yourself? Are they negative things? Are they empowering? Are they questioning? And a lot of this stuff that we say to ourselves, we learned as a very young child and just took it into adulthood. And it was passed on to us by our parents. So today, with your permission, I'm going to teach you how to utilize your emotional recipe real quick. So if you're driving, don't do this. Watch the recording, take notes, be safe, right? Everybody looks safe in their own home, in their environment. So sit back, relax, put both your feet on the ground, and put your hands onto your thighs. And I want you to start taking in a deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs all the way up. And then when you continue to do this, you will activate your relaxation response. And that will give you clarity in your mind. And if you close your eyes and you continue to breathe, I want you to think about a situation where you felt disempowered, where you felt small, where you felt scared, right? And I don't want you to relive that situation, but I just want you to view it as if you're just observing it with like a magic remote control, and you can pause it and stop it. But I want you to focus on those three ingredients there. How are you standing? How are you breathing? What is going on in your mind? What is the picture that you're seeing in this moment where you just feel small or powerless or not confident? And what are you saying to yourself in that moment? And lock that in. Notice these things. You're not re-experiencing, you're just noticing it. Now, what color is the front door of your house? And I only say that because I want you to just recognize, be aware of that situation, and then take that knowledge with you. And now, as you continue to breathe, I want you to move into a situation where you felt confident or powerful, empowered, strong. And I want you to notice those same three ingredients: your physiology, your focus, and your language. How are you breathing? What are you saying to yourself? What do you see on the screen of your mind? And I want you to lock those in. And then you can view both of yourself, both versions of yourself side by side, and you can see how different they are. And now when I talk to my veterans, I tell them to continue to practice this. But as you take this knowledge, you can do this after we get off this call. So as you open your eyes and you see both of those situations, you can put yourself into any situation that makes you feel small or tiny or weak or not enough or not worthy, whatever it may be going through your mind. And you can use that switch. And the more you practice it, the easier it'll come and the faster you will show up as a version of yourself that is just empowered and strong and tall and standing upright and your head is up, right? Because we're looking forward to the future that we're creating for ourselves and the future that we can see in our mind and everything that comes along with that, all the happiness and the joy. And the only thing that is holding us back is ourself. So when you realize that you are in control always, and you have the control over your smiles and your cries, you can manage life being the best version of yourself, regardless of what situation you're in. And as realtors, we know there's a lot going on all the time, right? All the time. So we got to manage these things. But in the same sense, when we got all these things going on, a lot of times we feel that we are not worthy to be in that situation, or we're not worthy to earn that kind of income that's coming in from it, or we're not valuable enough to charge for our services, or whatever it may be. You stand up, put your shoulders back, you put your head up, you take some deep breaths, and you go into that moment that could be where you used to show up small and you'll be large. And that situation will be very small. It's a big shift. And you have the control to do that, the power to do that. And the more you practice, the better you get. And that goes with pretty much everything in life. Jason, I appreciate you letting me talk. I'll be real quick today. So
Man,
thank you. Everybody have a
I should
great
have.
day.
Hey, thank you, Josh. Thank you, brother. I should have called you Monday. Right, Steve? I should have been listening to Josh there, man.
No comment, sir.
Steve
No
knows.
comment.
Steve knows.
I'll try to bring you back around next time.
Hey, Josh, beautiful man. It is. And Birgit put in the chat too. You make house calls. It's all that stuff. But I'm gonna kind of speak for you here. When we were at EXPCon, we were having dinner and talking, and we were having these conversations over mindset and whatnot in the moment. And I can guarantee if you call up Josh, he'll help you. Why? Because he's got that heart of gold. And that's why he's a leader, you guys. just like these other men and women on this call. This is what it's all about. It's about helping each other. All right. And if you love that and had that connection with Josh in that moment, call him. If it was Amanda, call her. If it's going to be Emily or me or whoever else you interact and just click with in EXP or around the world, click with them, guys. Go for it. Love it. Thank you, Josh. Beautiful man. All right, guys. What I want to change gears is over to Emily Hilton. She is our new director of agent success here at EXP. She is an amazing person. She's always there for us. And now I think she's in the perfect role, Emily. I think you've gotten the role
I think I
that
found it.
I think this is all you
This is
because
it.
she cares so much to help so many people. And we've known her for years. And I say we because I know Amanda's known her for a lot of years too. Um, and I'm so proud of you, Emily, because you've been able
Oh,
to
Jason.
find this path, and you're here now,
Mm,
and you continue to grow. And I love that. Not
don't make
mentally,
me tear up. Stop.
you've done it mentally, you've done it every way possible, and I love it. So
Hmm.
it's just great to be friends with
Yeah.
you. I'm happy you're here. We want to enlighten everybody about EXP Realty. As I've gotten
Yeah.
to talk to agents, not everybody knows, and we have so much. So if you could take the floor, what can you share
Yeah.
that EXP can offer one thing today?
Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to talk about the EXP toolkits today, which is one thing, but it's a lot of things, right? But first of all, I just want to let you guys know. So I'm, yes, director of agent success. I cover the eastern half of the US. It's about 29 of states is kind of my jurisdiction, if you will. But I am in Indiana. So those of you who are in Indiana, I'm local to you. And then several familiar faces, Christina from Team Leader Academy. It's so good to see you on here. And then Josh and Bethany, I met you at EXPCon. So it's so good to see you guys again. That's great. Um, I'm going to drop into the chat 2 links. One's going to be a link to my calendar, 30-minute one-on-one Google Meet. I do this for many organizations. For if you guys just want to know about your business, how to get plugged into EXP, make sure I can tailor to what you're doing, where you are, where you want to go, and just let you know how we can support you get there at EXP specifically for your business, not a one size fits all. I'm happy to have those conversations. And then obviously let's talk about the toolkits because that's why I'm here. And that is what we're going to talk about this month. So this link I'm going to drop in here too, as well as to the EXP landing page. For our toolkits, we really kind of jumped on that toolkit bandwagon back when all those NAR changes were going on. We were really pushing that seller toolkit, the buyer toolkit, updating with best practices on how to talk to both of those client situations. And then we're like, you know what? We need a landing page. We call it our like little toolbox, right? With all of our toolkits for all of like the most common questions that we get. I know, like, Jason and I have a great relationship, and he'll be like, hey, Emily, what we have for this, and I'm like, let me check our toolkits. Something that's really cool too is on this link, there is a subscribe now button, and it will update you when we add a new toolkit. So definitely, if you're interested in learning when we roll out a new toolkit, we're always rolling out new toolkits, it seems. But if you subscribe now, you will get that update. And it's really great. They're organized by, they're alphabetical, but you can also search, you can look at categories and type. When and you are tracking to your organization, the agent state resource guide is a good one because you may not always be attracting to your state. So you're going to want to look there so you can really guide the person to their state resources because all states are different, all licensed law different, all onboarding is slightly different for each state. Brand and marketing guidelines are huge. On that, we have a Canva toolkit. You guys all know, I hope we get that Canva enterprise account with EXP. These toolkits are also dynamic, so they're constantly being updated. So you might visit Canva this month, but in 3 months from now, there's going to be updates to whatever new tools Canva's rolled out. So I'm telling you one thing, but I'm kind of telling you a lot of things on this little 5-minute piece I have. There's the buyer toolkit as well. Co-sponsoring was a new thing. If you have questions on how to co-sponsor, how that works, the ins and the outs, how the rev share flows between the co-sponsor and the sponsor and the different uplines, co-sponsor toolkit is where to go. I can explain it, but I always point back to the toolkit because that's the source of truth. We have CRM of choice, culture centers. If you have an office and you want to open it up to other EXP agents and create a culture center in your area, that's a good toolkit to look at. Let's see. There is I'm gonna scroll down to the ones that I think are super important too. Obviously, agent compliance from day one. Also a good thing for when you're attracting people. Make sure that they see this because we want to make sure everyone's compliant from day one. See, growth and attraction. That's the big one, right? So if you're looking at attracting to your organization, definitely look there. There's some best practices, tips and tricks. I think there's like an event in a box. It can connect you to your regional growth director to help you strategize. So there's really just tons and tons of information. If you want to know all about how to become an icon agent, or if you are an icon agent, kind of that there's some social posts in there as well that you can use from the toolkit. Land and ranch. Also, Jason, you brought up land and ranch, sports and entertainment, and luxury. There's going to be a new one coming out, I believe February or the beginning of March. It's new development, so keep your eye open for that one too. There's the luxury and growth and attraction and how those go together. So if you're a luxury agent plus you want to do attraction, there's a toolkit, for that, But wait, there's more, guys. There's so much more. So also huge one. If you're attracting people and they are onboarding, an onboarding resource guide, because there's EXP onboarding, and then there's onboarding to a team if they're on a team, but then also some rev share orgs have their own onboarding system too. So the most important part, yes, is getting them onboarded with EXP so they're official, right? They're part of your rev share organization, they're part of your team, but also make sure that like we're following along, getting them onboarded to EXP so that all falls into place as well correctly. There's a new agent resource guide. If you're a new agent, great place to start. One EXP, that's a whole nother thing that we could talk about on a whole nother session. And if you don't know Cameron, Jason, you should get her on. She runs one EXP, phenomenal. I've had her join me on another one of these calls before. There's a Slack toolkit, which we all love Slack, right? But we're building out the hub, so it's going to be so much better. There's a sponsorship and retention. So again, the flip side of that same coin of growth and attraction, there's sponsorship and then retaining those people that you attract and that you sponsor. So there, if you're a team leader or you're looking to join a team, there's some resources in the team resource guide toolkit. And then if you're a team leader and you're wanting to operationalize your team, you're wanting to grow it, you want to make it and build out those systems and also get some growth assistance, there is Team Leader Academy. So that is a really super, super high level of our toolkits. But generally, if you have a question about something, they're probably on that toolkit page. But I'm also fine with you hitting me up in Slack or shooting me a text and be like, hey, do we have a toolkit for this? Or, hey, how do I do this? I'm happy to answer those questions as well. And I'm going to drop into our chat real quick, my calendar link and the EXP toolkit landing page so that, you can bookmark that and then at your own time peruse and see if it answers any questions you might have, or in the future, it might answer some questions that you have as well. That was a lot. I don't know where I am on time, but if you have questions, let me know or hit me up on Slack or schedule a Google Meet. I'm happy.
You crushed it, Emily. Nice job. That EXP toolkit is so empowering. And yeah, for you to go over it in that shorter than 5 minutes right there
Sorry.
was
Okay.
huge.
I was talking fast, Jason. I was talking fast.
You did great. Thank you. But guys, this is why we want you to know the resource and then you could plug in, right? Because just like I showed that value calendar, what does $85 a month get you? Plug into those links, right? Look at these toolkits. If you're lost, this is what EXP is putting together for us. This is our leadership team in action, putting these things because agents are coming and saying, hey, and I don't know this. Here's a toolkit. Check it out. And what EXP is doing, they're putting these URLs together to make it even easier. What's the website? exp.toolkit.com, I think, right?
It's exptoolkit.com.
No dot. All right, exptoolkit.com. There you go. We're getting that simple to eliminate a lot of the guesswork. And that's what we want to do. We want to make your lives easier. And are we going to continue to listen to you all? Absolutely. That is huge because we read ourselves on being most agent centric. So, with that, you guys, I thank you so much for coming. And I've got a couple things I want to share with you. As we dive into EXP, coming up on the last Thursday of this month, EXP AAC board. The AAC board is an agent advisory council. They are there for you, and each state has them. We have a national one as well. On the last Thursday of the month, we're actually having an EXP town hall. You could learn more about this at the EXP state meeting on Tuesdays for Indiana. But we're doing a town hall on that Thursday. And what we want to do, we want to hear from you. Where can you improve? What are you not seeing? What are you needing in this? So show up to that. Show up to the state meetings here in Indiana. If you're in Ohio, any other state, California, I think I see South Carolina, Florida on here. Um, Go to those state meetings. They're empowering. They're strong. They're going to give you all the information. Um, Tap into those. All right. And then let me share my screen. All right. I've got coming up. Not only is it that town hall coming up at the end of the month, if you guys haven't gotten this, we put together a list of things that we're doing Monday through Friday, sometimes once a week, sometimes once a month, like this meeting, sometimes daily. You could plug in. All right. We want you guys to be supportive. We want you guys to adapt what's going on. I know many of you on this call are in the Fast Cap program right now, which you are going to flourish and take to a new level. And I'm excited to see the results that come with that. You can check in on this stuff. Coach B's on this call, Birgit Beal, and she's part of that Survive to Thrive every morning at 9 a.m., 30 minutes. Get your mind straight right off the get-go. Sometimes she's a speaker there. Sometimes she's just helping. But nonetheless, check that Survive to Thrive. If you don't know Coach John Dietz, he's awesome too. But check out all these. There's agent attraction. There's team huddles. There's podcasts. There's prayer and accountability skills lab with Christina. It's so much cool stuff on here, you guys. We want to make you awesome. Coming up, January 26th, mark your calendars. This pretty guy, Steve Pugh, he's going to be leading the way, create more listings and win more sellers. He's going to be doing an online event coming up on January 26th at 2 p.m. So we'll have the links for that. We're going to be going on Facebook with the event itself, free online. If you need more listings, you want to win more sellers, show up.
Hey, can I interject there real quick? Did you
Yep.
put me in a suit and tie? Look at that. Did you AI that?
Look
Huh?
at that, bro. That was from
You could've made-
EXPCon.
You could have made my teeth a little whiter. Can we go back and Photoshop that when you get them?
I wanted to give you an afro, but we decided against it. All right.
Hey, January 26th, 2 p.m. Show up. Your list is lost, right? Be that.
Now, Steve's an amazing too. If you don't know him, he's a team leader down in Florida. They do great production, and he has a heart of gold too. He has a great sense of humor. He could laugh at himself. He could laugh at us. He cracks
Oh, yeah.
jokes. He's great. He gets along with so many people, even his clients, and that's why he's such a leader. And that's where he's going to teach you these things to take it next level. All right, guys. Thank you,
Thank you,
Steve.
Dave. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy. Coming up in February, Mark Simmons. He is investing in homes, and he's also going to help you invest in yourself. So if you thought Mark goes in, if you haven't seen him on Instagram and Facebook and things of that nature, he's doing these videos, and I mean, he's taken them from crash to amazing. So if you want to get into investments, that's coming up in February as well. And then EXP back in rally mode for regional rallies. Official words are coming out, so you're kind of getting a sneak peek of the goods here. Midwest, we've got Detroit, we've got Chicago, Cincinnati, all the cool areas. I think the majority of us are going to be heading over to Cincinnati. Tickets are going to be coming up very soon. I highly suggest you get them quick because they'll sell out. Cincinnati sold out last year. We're even talking about getting a big party bus to go out there. Nobody has to drive. We just fill in, have a good time. We're going to have some camaraderie, all this stuff. Ideas are coming. What a fun time. Get away for the day. We'll make it a day trip. Go to Cincinnati regional rally. Come back at night and dominate our business from there. The big guy down in October, EXPCon. We're heading out to Salt Lake City, you guys. Tickets are on sale for this right now, and they're the cheapest that they are, $750 for general admission. I believe that's going to change at the end of this month. If you're on the fence about going, buy your ticket. And I will guarantee that if you don't go, which is sad, but if you don't go or can't make it, you'll be able to sell that $750 ticket. That's what I'm going to guarantee, because so many people are always looking year after year after year for a $750 ticket. You could have it, but save money, invest in yourself now. Head out to Salt Lake City, Utah. It's going to be cool. I'm excited. I don't know who else is going, but man, it's going to be a blast. So that's what we got on the horizon, you guys. And we are happy to have you as part of the Champions organization and becoming a champion in everything you all do. Thank you to the leaders who invited your organizations, your team leaders. Thank you, Emily and Josh and Amanda, for giving us some awesome knowledge. I hope you guys got some nuggets. Go out there, be even better than what you are, and become that champion that you deserve to be. Appreciate you guys. Hey, we'll see you at more events. We'll be back at the Champions organization next month too. See you guys.
Just stay. You should just ask, just stay. Just ask, just stay. You should just ask, just stay. You should just ask, just stay.